downs. It just depends on how far you want to take it. So for example, if I go ahead and bring this sucker in here. Play. They're just basically like as is. So this just opens and closes. But what I do just want to kind of maybe note to you folks is when you are doing that, just be mindful if you do include those arrows, which are a really good thing, signifier for your users, just make sure that you do flip them around. I know it's really small and silly, and sometimes we miss some, but when prototyping in a hurry, but just being mindful of that. And it literally works the exact same. And this is just the way that we're just going to prototype, and we just say on tap, it's going to, pardon me, it's going to change to this. And then what we do want to need to make sure is that we connect it back the other way. If not, it's going to stay open. So we connect from. So if I click this, it's always nice to just be able to click that whole box versus just click that arrow. It's pretty annoying for your user. So it's nice just to be able to click the box. I would just take that little button and I'm going to move down. So on top, we're going to change to this one. But again, if I need to close it, I'm going to click that again. So that means I need to change another state. So I'm going to say up here on top, it's going to change to there. And then that's where we can see it does that then. Little details that are added on here that you can include, again, being mindful of too many bells and whistles. So a little bit of filtering around there is really nice. Just a tiny bit of that totally flat is okay as well. But that's how you would do a simple drop down. We can take this drop down, and we probably don't have enough time to go through all of it, but you can, in fact, do a state for every single one of the items in here. So if I say, see if I can try to get this. So let's say, why do we need this to be 79? So I'm going to go ahead and group that up, make it a component. Call this pantry. Default. And I'm going to start to add my component. So maybe, and then I'll just do one to keep it simple on hover. So let's go ahead and just simply shade it a bit. Looks terrible, but anyways, we'll leave it at that. So now we prototype. So when we hover, it's going to change to this. So then essentially we just need to double up in our, so now we're having essentially a component inside a component, which I will say can get glitchy. So we'll just be careful of that. I've just experienced that sometimes they do glitch up a little tiny bit. So now what we'll do is, let's take these out. Take this out. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this pantry asset and I'm going to bring this in. I'm actually going to what am I looking for? No, it's not there. Variant. Yeah, that's fine. So I'm just going to manually, I'm just going to call this, slide this in there just for the purpose of trying to get this done. In here. There we go. So now you can see I've got a component sitting inside of this, maybe not quite this component. So you need to make sure it's literally, so this is variant 2. I need to make sure that that other variant is sitting inside of there. Let's just see if we can, if I can do this real quick. Just gonna call this pantry 2. Pantry 2. We're gonna assets. Let's bring this other sucker in here. Back over here. Pantry 2. Let's get a little smart guys. There we go. And gosh darn it, do I hope this works. So now I think, do we prototype? We still prototyped. These are prototyped. Okay, let's cross our fingers, team. I'm gonna bring. Nope. I brought the wrong one in. Notifications drop down. 1. Oh, the other one's not there because it's probably not appropriate, but there you go. It worked. Let's see, this is probably not in. So if that happens, the answer is, see, it's sitting outside. So here's my actual component, and this is sitting outside of my component. So the quickest answer is it's literally just not in there. And it's not letting me put it in there. Why are you not letting me put it in there? Hmm. Oh, there we go. There it is. So now not only do we have a drop down that works, we actually have a hover on those separate buttons. What do we think? Super cool.